Laden is the new Saladin. What do you think of that? And 1 month after, there was the 11th of September. So even at the lower ranks of the Illuminati, people who only were third degrees had the knowledge of prior to 9/11 what will happen.
Please, could you describe the Illuminati power structure?
The Illuminati power structure is taking as a base structured with the Freemasonry, which is at the lower level. The outer level is the profane world. Then you have Freemasonry, the Rotary Clubs, who are a recruiting center for Freemasonry, the Lions Club. And then you have, on top of that, the Martionists and the Rosicrucian societies within Freemasonry that are at the top of this pyramid. And within the Rosicrucian societies, you have the Maguses, the magicians, the Illuminati, that are driving this pyramid down with all the rites and their appendant bodies. There is a lot of rubbish being said by the alternative media, and especially by the New Age circles. Everybody is hoping for a sudden development in consciousness, which I doubt there will be. I think there will be instead the beginning of a crack for this civilization. The beginning point of the end of this civilization will be seen more than 9/11 in 2012.
So, are you referring like to end times?
I refer to
prophecies.
An end of time scenario. I refer to 7 years of tribulation that will start in the year 2012, and I think that we will see in the time after 2012 some of the greatest changes humankind has ever seen. In the last 2,000 years we don't have ever can register a moment which is so important astronomically and also esoterically for mankind, like the 21st of December 2012 and the 22nd and 23rd of December 2012 is changing points of our civilization, which they want to bring now. Obviously they want to bring a Nazification of the system before then, so they have control of the sheep, of the puppets below, before things can go terribly wrong for the people on top. In the music industry you have artists that are co-opted inside the Illuminati. I had my personal experience also directly with Madonna, who seems to be in a league with Rui Gabirro, the infamous Duke of Gabinda. And Madonna has also this passion for Kabbalahs and things. She wants to also be part of the Freemasons, so she wanted to establish her own lodge, apparently. And Madonna also is very intrigued with all these things, but she's used by the people behind her who are making a lot of money through her and using her as an agent and a high priestess. For example, the Temple of Psychic Youth with Genesis P. Orridge is connected directly with Anton LaVey, with Church of Satan, and they have been key figures in the spreading of the acid house scene, the Temple of Psychic Youth. And then people like me, who were connected with the Vatican, with the secret societies in Rome, came into the picture with Male Production, was our first company, which involved people like Francesco Furlotti, which is a very well-known character in Rome and in Italy, and he's connected with secret societies at a very high level. He's a very high-level member of Opus Dei these days, and with him I started my career into making also records. Male Production, which means evil production, was a record label also, not only a rave symbol and rave concept that we were bringing to the people, because every week we were bringing to Rome some of the most avant-garde acts from Derek May, to Underground Resistance, to Prodigy. For the first time I got them to play live in Italy. And Prodigy is a typical example of satanic brainwashing. These people and their manager, Champion, was really a guy who is a heck of a Satanist, I can tell you. And we had some good times together, but I can tell you these people are totally out of it, completely bananas. But they were very much into being blessed by the Pope after I brought them for the first concert in Italy. So I had to leave them with all their instruments in St. Peter's Square, the Prodigy. I left them there and they were blessed by the Pope.
So in general, in techno scene and also like in late 60s, like a hippie movement, there's a lot of like occult involvement.
Yes, there is occult involvement. Here in Norway, for example, the OTO has been actively involved in the music scene through me, for other people, and we even at one point had a club called Kill Your Ego, and we were in charge of quite a big scene. And I saw also developing in other countries the same thing. The various secret societies were always in control of the key things: the music, the drugs, the rest of the whole thing. You understand?
Yeah.
Also, the drugs go through some of the secret societies, and because they have connections with the military, connections with the world of the mafia, like in Italy, and a lot of these big parties we could do in Italy was because we could recycle money from the mafia. That was one of our jobs. We could recycle money and do big parties and have incredible guests.
Launder the money.
Launder the money. And at the same time help the local politicians with their elections, propaganda. All this was very important for them. No, I found myself involved, actually, this old Jewish families connected to the P2 and connected to Giulio Andreotti. And for a period of time I was running clubs also with them, with these powerful Mossad agents. And they were supporting my lodges, my activities. They were giving me also the locations, and I could establish my first lodge in Rome, Milator, back in 1993, thanks to them. Well, I can tell you that it was definitely the Illuminati behind the Holocaust and behind the creation of Israel state by Zionist agents who have managed to convince the rest of the world that this Holocaust happened. And it actually happened, unfortunately, but who ended up in these concentration camps? The rebels of the Jewish society, a lot of the rebels of the Jewish society, and also the communists. And the people who were not really they were not really the average Jewish believer. You had at that time in a society like Israel, no possibility of establishing a country if you didn't create this whole havoc, and Hitler functioned as a puppet in their hands. Really, the whole Nazi movement from the start was created, the Thule-Gesellschaft, by Rudolf von Sembotendorf in Turkey, thanks to sponsorship that came from the Order of the Rosary, an order that was in the hands of Jewish from Turkey. So the first money for the establishment of the Nazi party actually came also secretly from the Jewish. And this also is connected with the Illuminati in Switzerland, Metzger. Metzger, his spiritual father was Frater Lazaro Pincus, and this Frater Lazarus Pincus was basically a Zionist member of the B'nai Brit. B'nai Brit is this exclusive lodge only for Jewish people that acts for defending Zionism worldwide and meets regularly in every city in the world. As I said, the Zionists needed to create this situation, and they were warned even by people inside the Illuminati that creating a Jewish state would be really the